At New South Wales state and local government elections, there are strict laws that apply to material used by participants and supporters during campaigning. To protect the integrity of elections, there are laws that regulate how this electoral material can be produced, published, distributed and displayed. Breaking these rules is a criminal offence, and the New South Wales Electoral Commission has the job of enforcing compliance. These rules do not just apply to traditional posters and flyers. Electoral material in New South Wales elections can be in any format, tangible or electronic. Some common examples of electoral material are how to vote cards, advertising in newspapers, on radio or TV, social media posts by participants in the election, bulk emails and letters sent to electors, posters, leaflets, even stickers. If you are participating in an upcoming election or are the publisher of electoral material, to comply with New South Wales law, it's essential you know and follow the rules. Here are some of the key things to keep in mind about electoral material in the lead-up to election day. The specific period in which electoral material is regulated and when criminal offences apply varies depending on the type of election. The dates for each regulated period can be found on our website. Electoral material must include the name and street address of the person who authorised the material, which for unpaid social media posts may also be given through a hyperlink. If printed, it must also include the name of the printer and the street address of the premises at which it was printed. Electoral material must not contain directions about how to vote that are inconsistent with the instructions on the ballot paper, or material that could result in a voter casting an informal vote. And electoral material must not be displayed on or within premises without the written permission of the owner of the property, and not at all on state or local council properties. There are also special rules that apply on election day and in proximity to voting centres. Electoral material that is distributed on election day must be registered with the New South Wales Electoral Commission during the registration period. If the registration deadline is missed, the material cannot be distributed on election day. Officers from the New South Wales Electoral Commission can direct a person to remove their unlawful electoral material, and not complying with a reasonable direction is a criminal offence. During early voting and on election day, voters must not be approached, and posters must not be displayed within a voting centre or within 6 metres of its entrance. Loudspeakers and other broadcasting devices also cannot be used if they can be heard in a voting centre or within 6 metres of its entrance. Electoral material must also never state or imply it is an official communication from the Electoral Commissioner or the New South Wales Electoral Commission. This can include a misleading impression created through the use of colours or other visual design features. Finally, any money spent on the production and distribution of electoral material must be disclosed to the New South Wales Electoral Commission. The expenditure is also subject to a cap if the material is distributed or displayed during the capped expenditure period for an election. Learn more about the rules that apply to electoral material by visiting elections.nsw.gov.au.